Hello, everyone. My name is Elena Hall, and I'm excited to share this video that will hopefully help you in your Demo 2 interview. I am sure that you're excited and scared. You have lots of mixed feelings. And I'm really hoping that this video will help you in a lot of different ways. I can hopefully model a lot of the things that I do that I feel help me in my classroom, and also answer questions that I know came up for me. So, without further ado, I would like to go ahead and get started. All right, so right here, the first thing you're going to see when you open up your classroom is that you have this little transparent block. This is where the student is going to be shown, okay? So you want to make sure that you move that student over before you start class, okay? Um, just because you don't want them to be blocking you. That's the first thing you're going to do. The other thing that you want to make sure that you do is before your class starts, I always go into this setting part. So where it says setting, you're going to hit that. You're going to check your network start test. Okay. And you can see mine's running right here. You should have a 0 packet loss, and mine says 56 data bytes. That's a really, really good, that's a good internet. I'm already having problems with words. That's a good internet speed. Then you're going to check your audio. You want to make sure that you can hear yourself, okay? And then your video will come up, and make sure that you look gorgeous. I always like to make sure that my background, I can see things and that the lighting looks right. Okay, so everything looks good. I'm going to click out of here. I always like to do one last thing. When I get in my classroom, right here, you'll be able to see echo on or echo off. If it's echo on, this thing will move and you'll know that your microphone is working, okay? And then you take it off. That's a great thing to do. All right, very good. So without further ado, again, I am going to open up my classroom. Here are all my beautiful students. Here's my first trick. I learned this from my trainer, and this is just has been a lifesaver for me. QKids does not have the option when you're immediately going online into your classroom. It does not give you the option of having your camera turned off. So I keep a little note stick handy, okay? I put it over my screen, and I'm going to pretend like, okay, there I am. Class has not began yet. Pretend this says that it's 5 minutes beforehand, okay? All my students might be there, but I need to get my classroom set up. So the first few things I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to pick a few stickers to decorate the screen. These are a few things I do just to kind of make it cute. I'm not that elaborate with it because I like to start interacting with my students fairly quickly. So it usually takes me about maybe 1 minute, if that, to get my screen decorated a little bit ahead of time. I like to put diamonds in. The kids are always excited when they see, they'll be like, diamonds, diamonds. And you can just load them up. This is how I do my screen quite often. Everybody does different things. I do different things with the different ages too. If I know that I've got a level 10 class, I'm probably not going to be doing, decorating Momo and putting lots of diamonds. Okay, so there I've got that. The next thing I like to do is click on the text board right here, and I always put a little message that says, hello, my name is Teacher Elena. End with a period. Make sure your grammar's good. Okay, now, hopefully right over here, I always start at about 3 minutes and 30 seconds. 3 is good. That's what I have learned from training that's a good mark to go in. All right, then all of a sudden I'm ready to go. Pretend this says 3 minutes, okay? And my class is waiting, and I lift up and I'm like, oh, hello everyone. I'm so happy to see everyone. And I look down because I'm looking down at the students. let's see who's in our class today. All right, and then I click right here on this button and select, and I bring up Kobe. Here's the first thing to know. When all of the students, put him back down, are all down here, none of them can see each other. This is unlike many other online companies. They cannot see each other or one another unless you bring one of them on stage. Okay? Like that. Now I've brought Kobe up. Momo, Girl, and Bill can see Kobe. Okay? This is how I would do my grading. Hello. Hello. He says, hello, teacher. How are you? I am happy. They'll say that a lot. And you'll go, you are happy? And I like to go to the stickers and I get a little smiley face and I put it over him and I'll say, oh, look, Kobe is happy. You get a happy sticker. Yay. That's just a fun way to do it. And the kids like that. Sometimes they won't know what to say. They'll just be like staring at you. You'll say, how are you? And they'll be like, I'm 5 years old. Or they're like, my name is Kobe, and go with it. But I always like to have something there to help them. Now, before I meet any of the other children, I ask one question of that little student. It needs to be appropriate for your lesson and age level. Quite honestly, within 3 or 4 seconds of dealing with this child, you're going to have an idea of what they're going to be able to handle, okay? But let's pretend that all these kids are, they're on this level right here, and they understand some basic English. So I might say, Kobe, what's your favorite color? And he says, it's red, teacher. And I'm like, ooh, look what I have, Kobe. Red bird. Can you say red bird? Wow, you know your red bird. That's so great. Kobe, you are amazing. You give them a diamond right away. And then say, all right, thank you, Kobe. You did a great job. Click the button. Now you're going to go to your next person. I'm clicking on Momo. Now you learned in your mic training that you should be, when you get to each student, you should be clicking this green button. This will make everybody else muted and you'll be able to tell if right then and there if that child has got mic issues. If you cannot see or hear them, you're going to click on your little robot here and you could say, oh, no sound or video. And sometimes you have to do it, and I'll also say, teacher cannot see you. Teacher cannot hear you. And that, gives them a little bit of time. I usually move on and say, can you check? And I'll usually send one more robot, and then I go to my next student. I will go back to that child at the end to see if it's fixed. Okay, what do you do if you get back to that child? I'm getting a little ahead. What do you do if you get back to that child? Still no sound. You can't hear them. I will write a text box for them very quickly. You don't want to take away from your classroom. And you'll say, I cannot see Momo. And over here, I will click right here on this green button and I will say to the classroom coordinators, which the abbreviation for this is CCT. You'll hear that all the time. Contact CCT. I'll say, I cannot see Momo. I have sent robots. And hopefully I can type quickly. I have sent robots. Please help. And then I click send to staff. And you might not get a ding right away, but they are so amazing here at this company. They will check on it and they'll say checking. And then what they can do is they'll call the family, and I just feel like almost always the issue gets resolved. Okay, there we go. That handled that. All right, so I've done Momo now, and now I get to Girl. And hello, how are you? What's your name? Hello, girl. And I always like to help them. My name is Girl. And I made this little sign. It just helps. Can you say, my name is Girl? Fabulous. Girl, do you have a favorite color? You do? It's blue? Oh, look what I have. I have a blue horse. Can you say blue horse? Yes! Awesome job! You are speaking so well. Great job, girl. Thank you. I'm so happy you're here. Okay, and then I go to my last student. Hello. How are you? Are you good? Are you good? Are you happy? You're happy? Awesome! You get a happy sticker. Awesome. Bill, do you have a favorite color? Oh, it's yellow. Look what I have. I have a yellow duck. Isn't that fun? Okay, I'm gonna distract a little bit. I made these little felt animals, and I'm telling you, it took me a while. It took me like a couple days. They're in all these different colors. Gray, black, your basic, white, green, red. They're really adorable, okay? This is really fun because, number one, it is a better way to teach colors. The kids would rather see something, like a blue horse. Have you ever seen a blue horse? You can use flashcards. There's no problem with that. But I like these because I can also, sometimes I mix it up a little bit. What's your favorite animal? Elephant? Really? Oh, look what I have. I have a gray elephant. And right then and there, you've established some rapport with that student. You've also done a little bit of an assessment to see where they are. It helps so much for the remainder of the lesson. And the most important thing, like I said, rapport, is you've made that student feel special. You have recognized one thing about them and brought them up and given them something to pay attention to. It's really awesome if you can remember those things for the end. I do try to remember, okay, Bill's favorite animal was the elephant, and sometimes I'll use that. It's wonderful to do that. Okay, so I've just introduced all of my students. All right, the next thing I do is I introduce myself. Everyone, my name is Teacher Elena. Can you say Elena? Wow, that was amazing. You said my name. My name is Elena. Great. Before I begin the lesson, and you should beginning right at that 0 mark, right when it says class begins. If you go over just a second or two, it's okay. But I would advise you that during your demo, you be very careful with time. Because, when you're in your own classroom, there are little things that you can do that, you can be off 30 seconds. But they're going to be watching those technical things like starting your class on time, ending your class on time, and so forth. Before I go into the class, I'm going to pretend this is a phonics lesson, even though it's not. I'll say, class, today we're going to learn about the letter A. Can you say A? Yeah, A. Awesome. In this situation, I know that we're going to be learning about the words run, jump, okay, fly, and there's another one, walk. And so I'll say, class, today we're going to learn about things we can do that are fun. I'll just make a little introduction. And you don't want to use too much incidental language. Q Kids does not mind if you use some incidental language when you're transitioning, but it is frowned upon to use too much. So really gauge for your class. If I've seen that my kids are already speaking pretty good English, I say, we're going to learn about the words. We're going to learn about running today and jumping. If they're not, I'll say, are you ready to begin class? We will have a great class. Ready? And I always say that. Are you guys ready? All right, let's go. Great. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click right over here on my number 1. And I've got a blank screen. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? You want to click on this one. Now, look right here what I've got going on here. The last person I talked to was Kobe. And when I spoke with him, I muted everybody else out. Now, guess what? Or I muted him and everybody else is open. I'm not going to be able to hear Kobe. He will be able to hear me, but I won't be able to hear him. So make sure that as you transition from slides, if you have had a student that has been brought up on stage and you know, the other children may have been muted and they're the only one that has their mic on, okay, they're off stage, you want to make sure that everyone has their mics on. So I hit this all mics on button to make sure that they can hear me. Make sure that you'll always be able to tell because you'll see this little red button right over their face and you'll know they're muted, okay? So here I am. I'm going to click number 1. This is our introduction class, you could say. Wow. What's Kobe doing? Now, did you notice how fast that went? You can hit it again. He is running. Can you guys show me? Run, 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 run. Okay. What is TPR? Is TPR running? Yes, it is. But total physical response is getting the student to move. Okay? Also, I am going to tell you, if you don't get those kids moving a little bit in your lessons, no matter what you're doing, even if it's just with the tone of your voice and you're saying, hey, you guys, let's go, they're going to fall asleep. They're going to be so bored. I promise you. So always try to involve the kids a little bit physically too. Okay, Kobe is running. Can you run? Oh, wow, you guys are running so fast. Run, 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 run. Don't spend too much time. Don't, spend time here making sentences and can you say running? We're just going to act it out a little bit, okay? Now, oh, Kobe, look. He is jumping. Can you jump? Wow, we're good jumpers. Everyone jump, 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 jump. Wow, Bill, you're such a good jumper. Momo, wow, you're going crazy. Great job. I'm going to reward everybody. Reward all of them with a diamond, okay? Now, that's great. You're done. You don't have to do anything else in this slide. Okay, let's go ahead. I want to tell you the next thing you're going to see is when you hover over a button, it will tell you what the next activity is. If you immediately click on it and you don't look, that's all right. But I always just like to have that little bit of information ahead of me because then I can transition. Are you ready to learn some new words? Okay, let's go. All right, Magnify is an easy screen. It's fun, and it is the major way that QKids uses to teach new words and new vocabulary to our students. So the first thing you're going to do is say, let's learn our first words. And you'll click Run, okay? Now you'll notice we have 2 cards, okay? Right here. The first thing you'll want to do is click on the card. See how that brought that forward? That's that magnify. And you will say, class, run. Can you say run? Wow, you did that so well, class. I love it. Let's try I can run. That was amazing. One more time. I can run. Ah, yay! Spectacular job. I love it. Okay, you've just completed that vocabulary word. Something that I enjoy doing in this situation is when you are teaching a new vocabulary word, and like I said, it's often in this magnify slide. You want to be able to get them to say the word 3 times, okay? That can be, okay, let's say run. Run. One more time. Run. Run. Now, I can run. Run. You've just said it 3 times. Okay? There's a good way to do it right there. Once, repeat, do a sentence. And you can repeat the sentence too. You don't want to spend too much time. Okay, now we're looking at the next type of word, which is helping them learn physical demonstration. Okay? Now, isn't that cute? How the dog starts running, so you can say, what's the dog doing? Running. Can you say running? Spectacular job, everyone. Wow, good job. Now, let's try the dog is running. I could hear everyone the dill. Hey, can we try it all together? The dog is running. That was better. Fabulous job. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so you've just given them diamonds, you've rewarded them, and the most important thing that you have just done is you have basically explained to them the difference of saying, I can run, or we can run, doing I can do this, or anything that is right there in that tense form, and then you've shown it as an activity itself. I have seen a lot of different posts about how people try to teach this concept, and I will say that the basic thing that I've done is just doing the different sentences. It usually is the most effective way to teach this concept. I would not, especially in this demo, try to bring in a bunch of props and, let's try, start talking about the differences. Let's make a sentence. Let's show them I can run. The dog is running. Okay. What can Kobe do? He can run. What is the dog doing? Running. Emphasize your ing. Okay? Very good. Now, let's go to the next word. Jump. Class, can you say jump? Yeah, that was good. One more time. Jump. Awesome job. I love it. Good job. Diamonds. Now, can you say he can jump? Yeah, he can jump. Wow, amazing. Okay, now I like to use some little props. I don't go crazy. That was so good. Yay! And I don't do this for every single slide, because if you're doing pom-poms or you're doing a clapper or whatever you have, it gets old really fast. Make it special. So if I do pom-poms maybe once, yay, good job. I will tell you my secret. I like to use the props on individual interaction. I feel like that's the time to do it. You don't need to be going out and buying a bunch of props, and I feel like it can often be just more distracting. They're already getting a diamond, okay? Okay, now let's go to the next one. Again, what's the cat doing? And they'll usually yell out, jumping, jumping. And that's good. You'll say, can you say jumping? Jumping. Right on. Awesome job. Now, the cat is jumping. Say it. The cat is jumping. Perfect. That was so great. Thank you, everyone. Awesome. Let's try our last word. Can you fly? Okay. Let them fly. Let them run. Let them jump. Have them show you again. Ooh, good job, everyone. I can see everyone can fly. Now, the bird can fly. The bird can fly. Wonderful job. That was perfect. Now, flying. What is the bird doing? It is flying. Yes, spectacular. Can you say the bird is flying? Yay! Good job! The bird is flying. I like the bird. Wonderful. Yay! You just did it, okay? So on this slide, I would really focus on, again, just making sure that you stick with your sentence patterns, keep your verbs separate, and don't go into the reasons, because at this level, the children don't need it. All right, now I know my next slide is going to be a way to practice, and I'll say, okay, let's play mix cards. All right, the first thing you want to do is click New Round. I'm going to show you how I do this slide all the time. I'll say, class, can you say jumping? Wonderful. Then I use another color. I circle. Now, running. Right on. Flying. Yay! Spectacular! Okay, get off my marker. Then I'll come over here. What's this? This is where I use the highlighter. This is where you do the right click. What's this? Jumping. And I have them repeat it again. So again, we are getting chances to repeat these words. Jumping. Good job. What's this one? Running. What's this one? And they'll often know it, but you still want to model it. Flying. Okay, class, it's time to mix them up. And then I click one, and I'll go mix, 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 mix. What's missing? And they'll start to get excited, and I'll go, oh, is it flying? Because they'll say flying. Is it? Are you sure? And then I click on it. Oh, yay! You got it! Awesome job, class! You got it! Let's play it again. All right, now here we go. Now, they've practiced it. I don't say repeat. I'll say, what's this? Good. What's this one? All right, and this one. All right, watch close. And then I do another voice. I'll go, do, 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 do. What's missing? Is it flying? Let's see. Yay! You did it again! Wow, you're good at this game, class. That was so fun. You're done. You're done with that slide. And if you think about it, it was a fun slide. You've literally had the opportunity. If you play the game through twice, you've basically said the words about 6 times by the time they choose which one is missing and so forth. It's a good game because that name recognition and the picture recognition. So you're dealing with both the new word, so they're seeing the spelling of the word. You want to emphasize that. And they're seeing the picture. It's important that the kids aren't just learning flying. Okay? Because I'll tell you what happens a lot what I have seen in a lot of the ESL companies is that children can say, it's flying. But then when they see the word, they have no idea what that says. You want to emphasize flying. Okay? All right, it's time to go to our next slide. It's time for a story, class. See how it says story of the day? Click. All right, here we go. Wow, look. Kobe's in a game. He's in a game. Let's watch. does he say? Can you say, I'm running? Yeah, that was great. Okay, one more time. I'm running. Awesome job! Good job! Well done! Now, the next thing you want to do, of course, you give them a diamond. Do it together first, okay? Then you hit this repeat button. There goes Kobe. Ah, no! Kobe! Kobe! He was running too fast! Make a big deal out of it. And you always want to hit this repeat slide. You will see this throughout all of the Q Kids lessons, and they're really cute. They're really fun, and the kids get a kick out of them. And just make a big deal out of it. Have fun. Okay, after you've practiced it one time, you'll see that you've got two little transparencies up. I like to bring my students, or two students, up on stage now, and they've already done it once, and you can say, can you say, I'm running? That was really good. One more time, I'm running. Yay! Good job. Now, in this case, I've got girl and I've got Kobe up. So I'm going to give each of them an individual diamond. They're going to know it's a little bit special for them. Okay? So when you bring them up individually or in twos, give them an individual time. All right? Now, they did it. They did a great job. You did so well! Girl, that was so good! Oh my gosh, Kobe! Yay! All right, let's watch Kobe again. Okay, that's really good. Now, you know you've got another slide. So, in order for time, in the you know, when you're considering your time, this is just something you want to consider. The next one says, now what is Kobe doing? Oh, look. I'm jumping. I'm jumping. Yay! Wow, very good. Watch Kobe, he's jumping. Here he goes. Jump, jump, jump. Oh no! Kobe, 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 Kobe. And a lot of times, you know what I'll do? Right when they're together, I'll say, let's watch that. That was so funny. And then look, oh no, Kobe! All right, very good. Now, you've done girl and Kobe. So now we want to bring up Momo, and we're going to bring up Bill. Momo and Bill. Can you say, I'm jumping? I'm jumping. Well done, Bill. Awesome job, Momo. You guys are so spectacular. Yay! Okay, I've given both of them a diamond. Time to move on. They've got the chance to practice, and they got to see the funny part. Okay? Here we go. Next slide. Turn the plate. Let's practice. Shall we practice? Okay. All right, this is a kind of a fun little game. I had a problem in the beginning understanding how to do it. So let me show you how it works. First, you're going to say select student, and I'm just going to go in order. Kobe. Okay. This is what happened. So did you notice? What happened is Kobe ended up right here in the middle. You're going to see him right there. Okay. And then it says act it out, but you don't know what you're supposed to act out. So Kobe is probably knowing what to do. He might already say he knows how to press start. And sometimes they will press start. Or you can say, can you click start? And if they don't do it, do not waste your time. This is not important. It isn't important to know how to click start. So just do it for them. Okay. Oh! Can you show us jumping? Kobe, jumping! And you make them act it out again and do it with them. Jumping. Oh, wow, Kobe is jumping. Oh, that was amazing. I love that. I like how you jump. Then you click right here. It says award. And you'll notice right here, sometimes it gives them different numbers of diamonds. And it's on these two slides where you can make something up, okay? So if a student gets one of those slides, you can actually say something a little bit more challenging, okay? And they get 2 diamonds. Let's try one more student. I say select student, This time Momo comes up. Momo's right here. Okay, can you press start? Okay, Momo presses start. Oh, Momo, do you know what it says? Okay, I've kind of learned right now already that Momo is a little bit more advanced. I'll say, Momo, can you read this? Running. Yeah, they might not be able to, but if you feel that that student is more advanced, try to find ways for them to have that differentiated instruction. Just as you work with students that are struggling, you want to work with the ones that are more advanced. That is so important. The parents will appreciate it so much. Okay, so wow, good job. Can you show us running? Running. Wow, Momo, you're so good at running. Oh, wow, good job. Fabulous. And you can, if it's individual, I like to do a little special thing. Good job. All right. And then you just go through with your remaining students. Okay? All right. Next one. Let's make sentences. All right. Now, this game is challenging in some respects because you will see, right? What you do is you click new round, and suddenly you are learning both pronouns, you're dealing with the jumping, walking, running, and the difference between is and am. So there's 3 things happening in this situation. And like I said, the student may not be able to read. This is the opportunity, however, for students to learn, at least be able to kind of sight read these words. Okay? The first thing you want to do, did you notice how Momo? Look there. And all my others are red. I got to make sure that my mics are on. I want to take just 1 second to speak about the microphone issue. I know you've had mic training, but I happen to speculate. I'm speculating. I have never had this question answered directly. I don't think anybody really knows. But my speculation is that students know when they are muted. It just feels like that. I just swear they can tell. They get these weird looks, and suddenly parents are coming in and they don't like their kids to be muted. So if you're having some sort of loud issue, if Bill's got tons of background noise or whatever, or he's just messing around, you should lower his mic all the way. He doesn't know that he's lowered all the way, okay? But then you've kind of resolved that issue. Another thing you can do is if they're all just kind of being loud, or if there's a lot of noise, you can click this one. It says all mics lowered, and then it lowers their mics a little bit, so it's not quite as loud. Remember though, if you have chosen to do that, you want to put their mics on high again. And if you are with Bill and you want him to say something, you have to raise his mic up. It just does not automatically come back up again. That's your responsibility to take care of that. Okay, I've spoken enough. The first thing you want to do with the slide is read it. Everyone, it says, I am running. Can you click or choose? And once again, I bring my mouse up and my finger. A lot of them are using pads. Some of them are using computers. It works. Can you click or choose the words I, and kind of go like this, I am running? And usually they'll get it. By the time they're at this stage in the game, they're going to know what to do. I promise you. They'll know when you say click on I am running. If you have to explain it, explain it. All right, so what you're going to see is every student right along here, as they complete the sentence, if the sentence is correct, it will show up in white. And it will say, I am running, okay? So you might see all whites. And then you get down to Bill, poor Bill. His says, I am jumping. And it will say, I am in white, and the jumping will be in red. So you'll know that he made a mistake. Okay, go ahead and say, wow, great job, Kobe. You got it, Momo. Wow, girl, great job, class. And then Bill, wow, good try. Everyone remember running. And this is where I make sure that I go over it. If somebody's missed the word and you want to review, running, running. All right, let's do our next sentence. Don't take very much time, but correct it. All right, next one. He is jumping. Speak loudly and enunciate really a lot. It's important. He is jumping. Okay. Wow, everybody did that. Okay, here's another issue that may come up. You may have 3 of these kids that are just zooming through it so fast, and then, oh, poor girl, she just isn't getting it, and it's taking her forever. And at that point, I can start to kind of go, girl, he is jumping. Because the last thing you want is for the other students to get bored, and you also don't want to lose a lot of time. And you're still helping that student, and you're not taking away from the other students. Okay. All right. Oh, wow. Everybody got that right. Wow. Great job, you guys. That was super. Let's do the last one. She is walking. Okay. Let's say that the students, or maybe 1 or 2 of the students, got all of them right. What you're going to see is you're going to see a little thumbs up above their head like this. And it's time to celebrate that. You'll say, wow, Kobe, you got all of those right. Great job today. I love it. And go through. It's okay if only, if all 3 of these guys got all of them right and Bill didn't. Here's what you do. Bill, you did so amazing on that. Great job. Okay? You changed your wording a little bit. It's semantics. Okay. Now once you've done this, you want to hit review. Okay, everyone, let's review. What does this say? Model it the first time. I am running. Wonderful. Good job, everyone. Can you read the second one? That's right. He is jumping. Spectacular. How about this one? And they're hopefully reading it. You might hear girl isn't doing it because she was struggling before. I can't hear all of you. I like to use a microphone sometimes. I'll say, can you say it a little bit louder? Or, girl, I didn't hear you. Can I hear? She is walking. Oh, Bill, can I hear you? It's okay to point those children out a little bit because you want to hear them. And that is important to the parents as well. I promise you, they are not going to mind if you select them and say, Bill, can I hear you do it? Because that's extra practice. I would advise, though, if you bring up one person or you talk to one person, spread it out a little bit. Okay? All right. Here we go. We're ready to go on to the animation. All right. Wow. You guys are so smart. I just say something like that. Here we go. Oh, wow. What's Kobe doing? Let's see what Kobe's doing. And the first one, I will just do it with everyone. What's he doing? What's Kobe doing? And they might say, running, running, running. Yeah, he is. He's running. Good job, everyone. Can you say, he is running? That's good. Make them do a complete sentence. You're at the point in the lesson now, they can do a complete sentence. He is running. Okay, now you're at the next one, jumping. What's Kobe doing? And you can help him a little. Yeah, jumping. Jumping, jumping. Yay, good job. Can you say he is jumping? He is jumping. One more time. Oh my goodness, I'm so pleased. Awesome. Wonderful. Now, you've done it once with the class. This is where I would bring up Momo. Let's bring up Momo and Girl. Momo and Girl, can you say he is jumping? Okay. Kobe is jumping. Yay! Good job! Now, you'll see here you've got 4, and if you've got 4 students in your class, You could take turns with each of them, but always do it once with the class. That's my suggestion. So here we are on walking. What's Kobe doing? And by now, a lot of them might be saying, he is walking. Good. Good sentences, but still have them do it again. Can you say he is walking? Awesome. Very good. So let's pretend that, yeah, you only did one student. All right. All right. Kobe, it's your turn. Can I hear you say, Kobe is walking? That was amazing. Great job, Kobe. Give them an individual diamond and bring them down. Okay, let's do the next one. What's Kobe doing? He's flying. Is he flying? Look. He is an angel. You make a big deal. I think these are so cute, by the way. All right. Oh, Bill hasn't had a turn. Bill, can you say, Kobe is flying? That was so good, Bill. Awesome job. I love it. All right, there's one more. What's Kobe doing? Yeah, you're right. Kobe is swimming. Did you notice I didn't say, can you guys say? Because they're going to know. With your actions, I kind of will do this when I really don't feel like I want to bring them in. Don't do it too much. Kobe is swimming. You guys say it. Little things you can do. Everyone, let's do swimming. Swim, 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 swim. Okay. And of course, by then it looks like, somebody needs another turn and you'll practice. Okay. All right, you are at exit ticket. The exit ticket is, you're nearing the end, okay? So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to say, okay, it's time to review. All right, first you're going to click here on Focus Vocab, okay? And you're going to say, everyone, can you click or choose walk? Okay, now I know I've got it right because this little question, this check mark is here. You will see as each of them has completed clicking, they will have a little blue flag above their name. Okay? If they haven't done it and it looks like they're spacing off, you can say, hey girl, can you click on walk? And usually that's all they need. Okay, just because they have a flag here does not mean they got the answer correct. But I always say, great job, everyone, because at least they clicked. Okay, now, can you click on jump? Okay, everybody got blue flags. How about run? Can you click on run? All right, everybody got blue flags again. Great job. And now our last one. Let's do one more. Can you click on fly? Oh, Momo! Momo, can you click on fly? Thanks, Momo. All right. Wow. Great job, everyone. Okay, it's time to do our sentences. You click Focus Sentence. And this is the only time that you do not have to actually click a name and then go down here and click Select. You can click Kobe right there, and Kobe will automatically come up right here. Okay? All right. Did you guys notice that the vocabulary words they clicked on were the can, run, I can, Kobe can, run, walk, fly, jump? Now it says, what are they doing? So your sentence will be different here, okay? Sometimes the students are reading pretty well and they'll say, what are they doing? Great. If they can read it, that's wonderful. But don't make them read this part. Okay? You just ask them, Kobe, what are they doing? And Kobe is expected to do a complete sentence, to make a complete sentence. That's what we're doing here. And remember, they. It's not just Kobe, it's they. And he might say, jumping! Okay, Kobe, what's the sentence? Just prompt him a little bit. Can you make a sentence? What are they doing? Okay. And he might not get it at this point. He's just struggling. You could say, can you say they are jumping? There you go. That was amazing. Can you try one more time? They are jumping. Wow. I love it, Kobe. Fabulous. Okay. This little box here, the second you click on it, you can type. And you always type what you want them to say if they haven't said it already. If they've said it perfectly, type it too. The reason why we always want to type it is because, once again, it's a tactile memory device. So they are learning right here to, read. And if you've got some time left in your lesson still, you can extend a little bit more and say, hey, class, can you say they are jumping? They are jumping. Okay. Then you can give them all a diamond. All right. Okay. So now that's great. It's time for Momo. Momo, what's he doing? And Momo says, he is running. You did it perfectly. Wow, you did that beautifully. That was perfect, Momo. Wow, nice job. Class, can you say he is running? Right on. Fabulous. Okay, girl, it's your turn. Girl, what are they doing? And girl, man, she's so advanced. She goes, Kobe and Momo are jumping. You know what you're going to do? You're going to say Kobe and Momo are jumping, because she did that, right? And it makes them feel special if they've seen their words, what they say. So, oh, wow, girl, you did so spectacularly. That was amazing. All right, Bill, you're next. What's he doing? Silence. Silence. Bill, what's he doing? Give him a little hint. Running. Yeah, good. Can you say he is running? Okay, now type it. He is running. One more time. He is running. You did so well. I've noticed how hard you've worked. Good job, Bill. All right. Okay, so we finished our sentences. Now the next thing you're going to do is student check. Okay, in this situation, you can't see this, but all the words will pop up. If all the words are correct, they're like in kind of a whitish blue color. But if they've gotten a word wrong, it's going to show up here. And I don't know why my marker's not working, but it will show up in red. Okay, so maybe you see that Bill got jump wrong and Kobe got fly wrong. All right, well, you need to review those. Okay, everyone. Can we remember our words? And you know what I like to do in that situation is I like to go back, if you can remember, to the magnify and say, let's remember, run. Remember that one? And you don't go through all of the second word like running, but say, let's practice one more time. Run, run. Good. Jump. Awesome. Let's try fly. Fly. Okay, you know what you've just done? You've corrected them, you've reviewed with them again, and they've seen it. So click right back over here to the exit quiz. You just finished that. And now it's time to go to your summary slide. The summary slide is always just at the very end, okay? And I'm going to tell you that if you get to this point and you are like out of time, then it's okay to just kind of skim over it really fast. Once you get going into Q Kids, don't do this in the demo. I know that sometimes teachers, if they're struggling with time, they will just skip the summary slide because they don't have time. I like to do the summary slide because it's just that last little review, okay? And you can say, everyone, what's Kobe doing? And you can play it again. He is running. Make the sentence. He is running. Yeah, so well. You did that so well. You guys know. And what else is Kobe doing? He is jumping. Awesome. Wow. You're such a great class. I'm so proud of you today. Now it's time to go to what I call the diamond ceremony. But this is just the end, and it's your feedback and wrap-up section. So you'll click on that, you'll click confirm. At this point, you cannot give any more diamonds, okay? And you're going to see a lot of diamonds here, and you'll see there's a little disparity. Kobe got 80, whatever. Let's say that you've had a class, and, Kobe just was obviously just exceptional, okay? And, it was kind of obvious to the other kids. I never, though, say how many they got, like, individually. I don't want to do that. But I do say, wow, you guys did so well today. And I'll make the diamonds rain. I'll go, bring, 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 look at all the diamonds. Yay, yay, yay. And I make a big deal out of it. A little trick I like to do here is I pick the students that have the lowest scores first. And, I don't know. I don't make it something that they know, but I'll say, okay, it's time to celebrate. Let's bring up Momo and let's bring up Girl. Okay? Momo, what would you like? And this is where you click on the little star, and Momo says, I want to have rabbit ears. I want bunny. I want rabbit. Okay, here you go, Momo. And then I go right over to Girl. Girl, what would you like? Girl says, I want a crown. I want princess. I want queen. I want Elsa. You'll hear that. That means crown. Now, they're not moving, but these are the little animation virtual reality crowns, and they go around and they get to wear them, and they think they're so cool. They're so awesome. And then I always make a big deal. I'll say, oh, look, Momo Bunny Rabbit. Oh, Girl, you're such a beautiful princess. Girl princess, girl princess. Everyone clap for Momo and Girl. Rounds of applause, or do your pom-poms, whatever. Make a big deal out of it. But let me tell you, you should be hitting this slide at the 28-minute mark, almost always, because it takes about 2 minutes to get through. You don't want to go overtime, and you shouldn't be ending your class early. So if you get there about 28 minutes, that's good. If you get there a little earlier, just know you can spend a little bit more time with them here. Okay, so I made a big deal out of them. All right, thank you, Girl. You did so well. All right, it's time to bring up Kobe, and let's bring up Bill. Wow, you guys did so well today. Bill, what would you like to be? And Bill says, I want Spider-Man. All right, cool, Bill. Awesome. And I'll kind of, ooh, Spider-Man. Make Spider-Man cool. And then Kobe over here is too cool for school. And he's like, he doesn't want a mask, And so he says, I want a rainbow, or I want diamonds. And you'll hear that a lot. And so you go over here, you click diamonds, okay? You click diamonds, and I promise you almost always, Kobe is going to say, big diamonds, big diamonds. So let me show you a trick. You're going to click on your mouse, but you don't want to release. So when you click on this little blue extension button, it can extend it out. Do not release it, because you won't be able to get the diamond back to being small, I promise. And you make that thing as big as the screen. Oh, where did you guys go? Where are you? Where are you? And I spin it around, and then I'll make it, ooh, now it's tiny. I can't see Spider-Man! Because you don't want to just cover up Bill. And then a lot of times what I do is I make it really tiny, and I'll say, okay, Kobe, eat it up. And they like that. Wow, you did such a great job today, Kobe. You did so well today, Bill. The last thing I do is I always, always, always try to bring myself up on screen. Not to give myself, screen time, but I want to say, okay, everyone, it's time to say goodbye. And I always do this with my own lower levels. I say, can you say goodbye, teacher? Great job. Then I individually say goodbye to each of them. Goodbye, Bill. Bye-bye, Girl. Bye, Momo. Bye, Kobe. Thank you. Always say thank you. The Chinese culture is one of appreciation and respect, and you want to say thank you. Thank you for a great class. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye. And this is where I take my little note stick, I cover my camera again, okay? Now you can't see me. They can't see me. They might still be here. A lot of times they'll say goodbye. And then you click on your evaluation button, okay? All right. Now pretend I've got my note stick on, but I want you to see me. Okay. The last thing you want to know about is the evaluation screen. There's a lot of debate about evaluations. For one thing, look at these evaluations. They're fairly arbitrary, I think. You know, ABC and participation. This last one on the bottom is ability to follow. The parents nor the children will see this button. They will not see that you put that one on there. The only one that sees that is Q Kids. They will, however, see A, B, C, blah, 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 okay? You just need to really think about the level of your class, first of all. If this is a level 1 class and this level you've just done is pretty low, and you know, everyone just really tried hard and maybe they struggled a little bit, I feel like, you know what? They deserve an A because they did the very best they could. They really did the best. So I give them an A. And they all tried really hard. They were there. They participated. 3 stars. Okay. Now, but they participated. You gave them an A, but you know, they didn't really know how to follow. And that's usually not going to go in accordance with an A, okay? So let's say that Bill over here, poor Bill, he just struggled in the lesson so much and it was so obvious. Okay, well, he's going to get a B, but he really participated. Give him 3 stars. And everything you did, you had to explain, or mom and dad were helping, and you want to say no. Okay. Here's a couple of quick pointers. I call these the outliers. Let's see, you have Kobe over here who was extremely advanced. So much so that it kind of seemed bored and wow, you know. Go ahead, give him his grade. And then once you go out of the classroom, send a quick note to CCT. It's going to look just like this. And you could say, hello, Kobe from my whatever class it was, from my 4:40 a.m. class, was so advanced. He knew everything and it was just so easy for him. I really feel like he needs to advance to a higher level class. Please help. And they'll say thank you. And you'll get a little ding back and they'll say noted, or they'll say will do. Thank you for noting. Because in that situation, if you've really got an outlying child that just, man, they were so far advanced, you don't want them to go to the next class, you know. So CCT will reach out to that family usually, and they will say, hey, your child just really, you know, it was so advanced, and we really feel like that your child could go up a couple levels. It's going to be up to the family whether that happens or not, but at least they've given them the option, and they know that you're paying attention to their child, which is so important. On Bill's situation was just, wow, he just the whole class, you were just like, you felt so sorry for him. There's another outlier where it was beyond just struggling. He just could barely do anything. And you felt so bad for him. And so another note in this situation, I really feel like this child needs to do the lesson over or go down a level. He struggled so much. I felt bad for him. They'll reach out. One word of advice on evaluations. You will get to the point where if you're in your classroom, you can look at evaluations before your classes. I never do that because it's like a preconceived notion. That child could have got a bad evaluation from the teacher before, and maybe rightfully so, but they could have been just having a crappy day, a really bad day. And you don't want to immediately think, oh man, this kid's just going to be terrible. Well, but you know, he didn't participate and can't follow. You don't know that for sure. I never read the evaluations in the beginning. I always assumed the best. And I always used to start in my brick and mortar position. I always started my classes with my kids. You guys have my trust 100%. You all have A's. You all start off with A's, every one of you. And, you know, now it's up to you. It's your choice. Okay? So I just feel like, you know, that's important. My last word of advice to you is about diamonds. There is a little bit of a discrepancy on diamonds, who thinks what is what, but the the most I've heard is between 60 and 80 diamonds. If you give way above that, it's not fair to the next teacher, because then they give 60 and you've given them 200 or 500. I mean, that's happened to me before. And then the kids are like, I got 500 diamonds, and you give them 60. And, what do they think of you? They might even give you a bad review. And I will say, if you get a bad review and it was a retaliatory review because you didn't give enough diamonds or something, reach out to your trainer. They can change those things. They'll review the class. I'm telling you, it happens occasionally. Not very much, but sometimes. Um, the diamonds, it's important that also, if you give too many, I call that an economic turn. It's about diminishing returns. So you can tell I used to teach economics. Diminishing returns are when, oh wow, it's really great, but then every time you get it, it gets it's not as big of a deal. It's not a big of a deal. So pretty soon, they've given me so many diamonds, it's not even important anymore. If you make them a big deal, even if they've had classes for 2 years and every single time they know they're feeling important, it's going to be great. I will say, as the students get to be older, as they progress throughout the levels, you'll see a lot of times it's not that important to them, but I still give those diamonds, and you still want to reward them. Never assume that it's not important to them. Another thing is, hey, you might have a 12-year-old down here that's speaking in a man's voice, and you know what? Never assume that that 12-year-old doesn't want to come up on stage and have, a Spider-Man mask. They might say no, whatever. And in that case, I'll be like, hey, you get a trophy or whatever. I know that this has been a long video and I apologize, but it's important for me to explain this process to you and to see it in action a little bit. If you do have any questions, I would encourage you to please PM me. The first thing you want to do is private message me. I will then email you or private message you back. If there's something that you want to talk about over email, please PM me first and then I'll send my email. I don't mind giving it out, but I honestly cannot get the text button to work right here. So my email, just if you want to try to write it down, is egmghall@cox.net. All right, everyone, great luck to you. I'm praying and hoping for the very best, and please, please, please let me know how you did. Last thing I'm going to do is leave the classroom. See you later, everyone. Bye. Bye.